Hello friend, myself Sachin Kumar. In this video, we are going to discuss about properties of the relation. These properties are reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Can same relation be both symmetric and antisymmetric? Answer is in yes. Are reflexive and irreflexive mutually exclusive? Further answer is in yes. Say here we have set. Elements of this set is 1, 2 and 3. Relation is given by 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. Is this relation supports to reflexive, symmetric and transitive property? Further answer is in yes. In this video, we are exploring answer of such problems. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe the channel. Please also like, share and comment the video. Initially, we are discussing about reflexive property. Say here we have relation R and set is given here A. We have here an element is A. Element A is related to itself for every value of A. Then reflexive property is true. Example of this property are equals to, greater than equals to, less than equals to and divisible. We can always write A equals A. We can always write A greater than equals A. We can always write A less than equals to A. We can always divide A divides by A. So therefore, these relation supports to reflexive property. If we talk about the irreflexive relation, then we don't have here AA pair. If AA pair does not exist, then this relation is called irreflexive relation. Example are here greater than, less than. We cannot write A greater than A. We cannot write A less than A. So therefore, these are the examples of the irreflexive property. Further, reflexive and irreflexive are mutually exclusive. If reflexive property is true, then irreflexive property will not true in the same relation. If we talk about the example, say here we have set elements are 1, 2, 3, 4. Set is given R1, R2, R3 and R4. We have to find out whether these relations are reflexive or irreflexive. Say here we have R1. In the R1 we have pair 1, 1. We don't have here pair 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, 4. Therefore, R1 relation does not supports to reflexive property. If we talk about R2, we have here pair 1, 1. We have here pair 2, 2. We have here pair 3, 3. We have here pair 4, 4. Therefore, relation R2 supports to reflexive property. If we talk about R3, we don't have here pair 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, 4. Therefore, relation R3 supports to reflexive property. If we talk about the next property, this is called here symmetric property. In the symmetric property, we have here relation R, we have here set A, we have here two elements A and B. These elements belongs to set A. If we are able to write A belongs to B, A is related to B, it implies that then B is related to A. If this is true, then this property is called symmetric property. Examples are brother relation if both are the male. If A is the brother of B, then definitely B is the brother of A. If we talk about the equals relation, equal property, equal relation is also the symmetric property. If we are able to write A equals to B, then definitely B equals to A will be there. Therefore, equal relation supports to symmetric property. If we talk about the antisymmetric property, then if A is related to B and B is related to A, then A should be equals to B. Examples are here divisible, less than equals to, greater than equals to. If we talk about the less than equals to, then we can write if A less than equals to B and B less than equals to A. It simple means A will be here B, A equals B here. This is here our property. So less than equals to or greater than equals to are the valid example of the antisymmetric property. If we talk about the asymmetric property, then A is related to, if we have here two elements for the A and B, these elements are belongs to set A. If we are able to write A related to B, then B does not related to A. If this is true, then this is the example of the asymmetric property. Example is here father and less than, greater than. These are here valid example. For example, father relation. If A is the father of B, then B cannot be father of A. Similarly here, if we talk about the less than, if we are able to write A less than B, then B less than A not possible. Therefore, this is the our asymmetric relation. And if we talk about the important facts, antisymmetric relation can be reflexive but cannot be symmetric for two different elements. If we talk about this property, then we have to keep the example less than equals to. Less than equals to is antisymmetric relation, and this less than equals to relation supports to reflexive property. I mean, A less than equals to A, we can write. So therefore, antisymmetric relation can be reflexive. But here, if we have the two different elements, then less than equals to relation cannot be here symmetric. I mean, we cannot write A less than equals to B and B less than equals to A if A and B both are the different. So therefore, this is very important result. If we talk about next important fact, then this is here asymmetric can be reflexive. I mean, if we are talking about this property, I mean asymmetric cannot be reflexive. Then we have to take here example of less than. Asymmetric relation supports to less than property, less than relation. I mean, we cannot write further A less than A. So therefore, asymmetric relation cannot be reflexive. And moreover, asymmetric never has the pair of ARB and BRA, even A equals to B. If both are equals, if A and B are equals, then further, if A is related to B, then we cannot say B is related to A. So this is here very important fact about the asymmetric result. Hence, asymmetric relation is just one that is both antisymmetric and irreflexive. I mean, if we have the antisymmetric relation, if we have the asymmetric relation, then this asymmetric relation is possible if and only if same relation is antisymmetric and irreflexive. So these are here various important facts. I'm further repeating these results. If we talk about less than equals to relation, then we are talking about the antisymmetric property. If we are talking about less than relation, then we are talking about asymmetric relation. So based on these relation, we are deriving these important facts. If we talk about the example, say relation R1 is given here. Elements of this relation is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. Whether this relation is symmetric, antisymmetric or asymmetric. If we talk about R1 relation, we have here pair 1, 2 and inverse pair. Inverse of this relation 2, 1 is available. I mean A is related to B and B is related to A is available here. So therefore R1 relation supports to symmetric property. If we talk about relation R2, we have here say 1, 4 pair is available. 4, 1 pair is available. We have here pair say uh, next pair is suppose here say 2, 1 available. Then we have here 1, 2 pair available. So these pairs are available. A is related to B and B is related to A. Such pairs are available. Then this relation R2 supports to symmetric property. If we talk about the relation R3, then we here A is related to B, but we have here B does not related to A. So this pair A related to B and B does not related to A. Such pair B does not related to A pair does not exist. So we can conclude that this relation is here asymmetric. And further we have concluded that asymmetric relation is only possible if and only if it supports to antisymmetric or an irreflexive property. So therefore, if we are talking about the symmetric relation, same relation will be here antisymmetric. So further, R3 relation supports to asymmetric and antisymmetric properties. If we are talking about next example, say here we have set A, elements are given 1, 2 and 3. Give a relation R on A such that R is both symmetric and antisymmetric but not reflexive. If such questions are given, then we have to refer important relations about the symmetric and antisymmetric. If we talk about the symmetric, then we are referring equals to property, equals relation. If you are talking about the antisymmetric, then we have to refer less than equals to or greater than equals to. In this case, we are talking about symmetric and antisymmetric. From symmetric, we are deriving equals. From antisymmetric, we are deriving say less than equals. The common part is here equal. Therefore, pair should be here in equality form. So we have here pair 1 1 and 2 2. So if we have here pair 1 1 and 2 2, therefore these relations supports to symmetric and antisymmetric. Moreover, this relation does not supports to reflexive property because here we have 3 3 pair is missing. So we can say that this relation R supports to symmetric, antisymmetric but not reflexive property. If we talk about the transitive relation, transitive property, we have here a set A. Relation R is given here. If A, B, C are related to A, if A is related to B and B is related to C, then A is related to C. If this is true, such such relation is called transitive relation. Examples are ancestor, greater than or equals to. I mean, if we talk about the ancestor, if A is the ancestor of B and B is the ancestor of C, so definitely A is the ancestor of C. If we talk about equals relation, then if A equals B and B equals C, then definitely A equals C. So equal relation further supports to transitive property. If we talk about greater than, if A greater than B and B greater than C, then definitely A will be greater than C. So this greater than relation supports to transitive property. Now, say this is the example, divide relation. So in the divide relation, if A divides B and B divides C, then definitely A will divide to C. So divide relation also supports to transitive property. If we talk about this example, relation R2, R3, R4 are given, we have to find out these relations are transitive or not. Here in the R2 relation, we have 2-1 pair. 2-1 pair is exist. We have here further 1-2 pair exist, but we don't have here 2-2 pair. 2-2 pair is missing in the R2. So therefore, relation R2 does not supports to transitive property. If we talk about relation R3, we have here 2-1 pair. 2-1 pair is here. We have here 1-4 pair, but we don't have here 2-4 pair. 2-4 pair is missing. So therefore, relation R3 does not supports to transitive property. If we talk about relation R4 is here transitive because say if we talk about say 3-1 pair, then we have here say no pair is starting with 1, so we are not considering here this one. Say we are talking about 3-2, then 2-1 is here and 3-1 is here, so we can say that this property is true. Transitive property is true. Now this is our here final example. In this example we have here set A, elements are 1 2 3, and we have to give a relation. We have to find out the relation on this pair. Pair are 1 1, 2 2 and 3 3. If here we observe that all pairs we have the equality relation. If we have the equality relation, so by default we have here all the pairs. We are talking about all A's. 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, 3 is related to 3. Therefore, this relation is reflexive. Moreover, in the symmetric property, we have discussed equals relation supports to symmetric property. So therefore, here we have the equality property. Equal relation is true for all the pairs. Therefore, we can say that this relation is here symmetric property. If we talk about the antisymmetric property, if A is related to B and B is related to A, then A equals to B. Here further, A equals B. Here further, A equals B. A equals B. So we can say that antisymmetric property is true. And in the transitive property, we have further concluded that equal relation supports to transitive property. So here all the pairs are in the equality form. We can say that this relation supports to transitive property. So in this way, we have explained various examples based on the reflexive, symmetric and transitive property. Thanking you.